Trump telling Bob Woodward on March 19th why he wasn't telling America the truth about the coronavirus.
Well, I think Bob really, to be honest with you,
Sure, I want you to be.
I wanted to always play it down. I still like playing it down.
Yes,
because I don't want to create a panic.
Mary Trump is back with us. Mary, I've always felt, since I've heard that you could have predicted for us that is what he was doing and what he would have privately told someone as the salesman that he's always been.
Yeah, and I know I'm not the first person to point this out, but panicking people seems to be his go-to move since January 2017. So it is a little odd for him to take that tone about COVID. But on the other hand, he has perfectly good reasons in this case, because he knew a long time ago that this is not something he wanted to be associated with. It's something that he considers to be negative, and negativity is not something that he can handle. Everything has to be great and positive all the time, unless, he's the one making people feel afraid or whatever it is. But in this case, he really needed to distance himself from the seriousness of the disease. And as soon as he realized that there was no containing it in an easy way, that he did have to distance himself from it entirely and just pretend that it was fine, which, as we have seen, has been absolutely disastrous. And the fact that he continues to do so should disturb everybody, because it just shows you this man is incapable of pivoting, because pivoting means admitting that you did something wrong. And he will never do that, no matter how many people will be sacrificed on the altar of his having to be right in his own mind, at least.
I want to take you into our lead story tonight. Olivia Troy, who was in the coronavirus task force and in one of those meetings, heard your uncle say that one of the good things about the coronavirus is I don't have to shake hands with disgusting people.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like something he would say. But of course, there's one woman standing up to speak the truth, and people who are in a position of power, like Mike Pence, who I heard one of your guests earlier let him off the hook, but I'm sorry, it's utterly cowardly. Mike Pence has plenty of choices, and so do other people in the executive branch of this government. And thankfully, this woman stood up and spoke her truth, which I'm sure is the truth, because I can hear Donald saying that, not just on this occasion, but many other occasions. So, and in return for her moral courage, she gets called a moral coward.
That quote that we started this segment with, where your uncle was saying he's always been downplaying the coronavirus, that's going to be in the presidential debates. We know that. The moderators, at least one of them, is going to have to bring it up. And it was so striking to see the other night when Johnny Powell, a student in Philadelphia, on the ABC Town Hall, asked the president about that, said you were playing it down. Why were you playing it down? And he simply denied to her that he was playing it down. He just lied right to her, to America. Everyone knew it was a lie. They've heard his voice say it. And then he tried to twist it into say, I actually played it up. This is what we can expect from him on the debate stage. Is anyone going to tell him that didn't work the other night?
I think that the number of people willing to tell him anything at this point is vanishingly small. And even if they did, he'll do what he thinks is right in his gut, right? That's what he thinks is the best barometer of how he needs to behave. So, of course, he's going to continue to lie. He can't help it. Nobody tells as many lies as he does on purpose. It's almost like breathing for him. So I think the only way to combat that, and I wish this happened all the time, is to correct him in real time. He needs to be fact checked in the moment, even if it means interrupting him, because letting him lie, letting the lies sit there, and then coming back later to restate the whatever he said factually is to give him an advantage that he's had enough of that, and it's got to stop because it's dangerous. What he lies about is dangerous, and we need to be really straightforward about that. And I really do hope that the debates do not become yet another forum for Donald to tell his lies and spin facts to favor him while everybody else just sits there and lets him do it.
I think what you just said is very important for the debate moderators to hear. What would you say to Joe Biden about how he could handle this flow, this fire hose of Donald Trump lies that's going to come at him in the debate?
First of all, and I mean this sincerely, I hope Vice President Biden refers to Donald as Donald. First, just because I think that's an easy way to get under his skin, and nobody's disrespected the office as much as Donald had, so he doesn't deserve the cover of the respect of the office of the presidency. But in terms of the lying and what to do about it, if the moderators don't step in to fact check Donald, then Vice President Biden needs to do it, even if it feels rude, even if it feels like he's interrupting. It's too important for us to sit on ceremony here. If Donald's lying, and it's usually pretty easy to tell when he's lying, whenever he says, I've done more for X, Y, or Z than anybody in the history of America, we know he's lying. So it shouldn't be too difficult to take those chances, and I really hope that he is able to do that. I mean, Vice President Biden, because he would be doing the American people a great service.
Mary, I've always found that there's another tell that he has. It's whenever he says phrases like, to be honest with you, which he inserts right in the middle of sentences, or to tell you the truth. And what follows is never the truth. And it's also worth noting, people out there should notice, you never heard Barack Obama ever say, to be honest with you, or George Bush say, to be honest with you, because the presumption after you've said that is everything else you said you weren't being honest with.
Yeah, it's very easy to tell when Donald's lying. It's harder, however, to tell when he's repeating a lie he's told that he now believes is the truth, because he's very good at convincing himself of that over time, since he repeats his lies so often. He actually also comes to believe them. So that's another great thing for Vice President Biden to be aware of in the debates. Watch for those tells.